Kobe, you're just getting off the field here at Penn State Pro Day, kind of the last physical step of this process, which is a long one. From the end of the season to now, what has this been like for you? And today, getting a chance to put it on here in front of 32 NFL teams.
From the end of the season to now, it's kind of been. It hasn't been rocky. It's just been, having the certain talks that I need to have, make big decisions that I need to make. And I feel like I've done that to my best ability. I've attacked the process ever since I made this decision. And Penn State was on board with it. They were very supportive of me in my decision. Long talks with coaches, even players, staff members, and it was a big decision to make. But after I made the decision, I kept my head down. I took a couple of weeks to rest my body after the long season we've had. And once it was time to train and go out to the site I was at, it was time to grind it out and get my body right in the best shape I can to be good for the combine and be good for today, which I thought I was. I felt great out there today. I feel like I've attacked the process from the day I started. I fell in love with it, and I've had fun throughout this process. So still got a lot more to go in front of me. So I'm gonna keep my head down and still grind it out and attack it, and take advantage of it.
So with big decisions, there often has to be some form of formula, whatever you want to call it, that goes into making a decision. What were a handful or however many you had of your decision factors that went into your work?
A handful of my factors was definitely my parents. Starting with my parents, my dad, and my mom, probably the biggest supporters in my life. They, with how much they sacrificed, but. It's a new day and age with NIL being a thing, with revenue sharing being a thing, and we know different years and eligibility still being a thing. But that 1 more year left on revenue sharing, I know it was coming up this year, and it was. I would say ever since NIL started, it's probably been the biggest I've seen NIL to be. But that was kind of a factor that kind of played a part in it. But for me, I was never. It was always there, so I would never say I was in it for the NIL or the money. But I just stuck to what my gut was, and my gut was telling me I feel like I was ready and prepared to show that I'm one of the best linebackers in the country, and that I can be one of the best linebackers at the next level. So I stuck with my gut, man. My dad was definitely emphasizing my decision. It was a little hesitation throughout the process. Like, do I want to come back? Our thing's gonna look different, NIL is probably a small percentage of it, but it was just me and how my body was feeling. I feel great, actually. Took a couple of weeks off after the season, the rest of my body, but man, I just took advantage of the process after I made that decision. But that decision was definitely one of the biggest decisions I made in my life.
Yeah, you look, where'd you grow? 26 on the bench too.
Yeah, that was that.
You didn't lay off the weights though. You might have rested a little bit. You didn't lay off the weights.
Yeah, I PR'd on everything actually.
Yeah. Fantastic, man. It's been a good job, and it's not an easy decision. As a guy who didn't leave early as well, I didn't have that how to take out.
Right.
Definitely don't envy people having to make that decision.
Right.
I think it was the right.
How did Penn State prepare you for the next level? What were the foundations that was set here that's going to translate to the NFL?
Penn State prepared me from a standpoint of being a great person first, on the field and off the field, being a great teammate, being a great brother, son, boyfriend, being a great player, student, and being a coach at times too, because throughout the process, I was always looking up to guys, as a younger guy, seeing how things were done. And then, once it was my time to actually get playing time and show that what I could do, those guys looking up to me. So I definitely had to be a good role model and coach at times. So those guys looking up to me because, once in their career, it's going to be their time and they're going to have to do it. But they prepared me so much, I would say, just from being a person. I was always a mature guy. I was always a guy for the people. I want to say people always see me smile. I tell people if I don't smile, then just know something's going on. But man, I love people. People love me. I respect people. They respect me, and they helped me become a better player on and off the field. Helped me become a great networker outside of football. Learning how to get away from football and do things outside of my niche that I wasn't accustomed to before. Getting out of the community. Reaching other people that I didn't, think I would ever reach or speak to. Just rub people the right way. Don't leave a bad impression on people. Make a great impression because your first impression is big. But just being a great person on and off the field, a great teammate, and being the guy that I'm supposed to be. That's really it.
Talk about your legacy here. What do you need to do?
And my legacy here, I wanted to be known as Kobe King was one of the best linebackers that played in this program. Man, amongst all the great linebackers that came before me, I've definitely, give kudos to certain alumni that I've met and came across. And I want to be known as one of the best leaders, a lovable guy, respectable guy. I want to be known as, man, just a guy that, when it's time to strap up and handle business is handled to the right extent with great intentionality and, the right way. Because things have to be done the right way. And I think I was a guy that definitely took advantage of doing things the right way and, wanted to do things the right way. Because we all heard from one goal, and that's when games and, it starts with practice. So we started with family. So, really, yeah.